The continued campaigns by the government security agencies have led to the arrest of 210 suspects. So that, I think, answers your question, Service. 210 suspects and confiscation of 20.2 million liters of AGO, 461,000 liters of PMS, 843,000 liters of kerosene, and 383,000 barrels of crude oil. An additional 365 illegal refining sites have been destroyed, with about 1,052 refining ovens, 1,210 metal storage tanks, 838 dugout pits. You saw the pits yourself, both physically and in real time now, and 346 reservoirs destroyed by the government security agencies. Several vehicles, crude mining and bunkering equipment, which you all saw today, including the cement bags, with the sacks that they use to put the crude, like speed boats, which you saw, wooden boats, you saw, market boats, trucks, and tankers have been confiscated by the government security agencies. We've also seen the high level of damage to the environment as a result of the activities of the economic saboteurs. As a matter of fact, when we were overflying today, what worried me more and trouble was the devastation and degradation of the flora and the fauna. In line with the approval granted by Mr. President, private security contractors with the required capability to provide community surveillance within the oil-producing regions were identified and engaged after comprehensive vetting by the DSS and the FCC. The private security contractors were contracted to provide local intelligence on all illegal crude ventures happening within the region and security surveillance services for safe and seamless operations along the nation's pipeline network. Critical measures and key performance indicators have been implemented to track the progress of implementation. Due to the nefarious activities of vendors, Nigeria has been losing out on producing approximately 700,000 barrels of oil daily. This volume is split between crude storing and production deferment shortages due to legitimate fear of losing substantial volumes in transit. I don't think I need to elaborate about more on crude oil theft. We all saw it today. We saw it live when we overflew the Niger pipeline. We saw it real time when we came to the control room. And of course, the issue of deferment is that it happens when you know the activities of the vandals and the thieves will not make your crude reach the terminal. So what's the point of pumping? So and this is what, so when we say we have lost 700,000, we are losing 7,000 barrels a day. It's not just stealing. It's also because we are not able to produce because of vandalization of this. It's not just stealing alone. We saw the stealing aspect, but we did not see the shorting. Because as we speak today, there are about 8, operators that have shut down because of the activities of the bandits. Because if crude, accounts for 70% of our total revenue and about 90% of our foreign exchange. You can imagine what it means to be losing 700,000, which is more than 1/3 of your production capacity. So many people. So rather than, I think we should look at the issue for what they are. We've gone to the creeks, we've seen the activities, we've been to the control room, and we can see that it is like an endemic problem. Endemic in the sense that you have whole communities who have now taken it as, we have whole communities who see nothing wrong in vandalizing, stealing oil, and it has become a real business. But I think the only good news is that the new acquisition of technology by the NNPC Ltd, which we saw today, and the newfound collaboration between NNPC, the government security agencies, and the private security contractors, which now allows efficient detection, deterrence, response, and recovery. It gives us hope. And I think the last, during the presentation, we saw the dashboard, and you can see increment in the number of barrels being produced, because there's more detection, there's more deterrence, and consequently there's better response and more recovery. So I believe that I think we're on the mend, and with this continuous collaboration and with this superior technology that we have today, I think we are on the way to stopping the bleeding. As Minister of Information and Culture, I think the first thing I need to do is really to change the narrative out there about the challenges we are facing in the industry. In other words, it is not, like Bradley said, it's not just a simple, it's a simple case of corruption. NNPC is colluding with the IOCs, because like rightly analyzed, how would an IOC who has invested so much money in exploration and in crude mining production, how will you come and join this kind of thing that is going to derogate from its investment? Secondly, I think even the NNPC cannot be, okay, put this, the impression we had before we came here was that the NNPC has a cartel, and that cartel they do is just, collaborate with the oil thieves. But we saw today how their lives are even being threatened for doing what they are doing. So the first thing I'm going to do really is to go out there and change the narrative by appearing on many radio stations, TV stations, having press conferences, so that we can impact what we've all seen today. That's the first thing I'm going to do. With Mr. President, I'm going to advise Mr. President to give more support to NNPC, because they are fighting an extension, battle. And of course, I will ask Mr. President to continue to encourage more the collaboration between all the stakeholders, that is the the security, government security agencies, the operators, the regulators, and the NNPC. I think once there is the full value chain, which is, you see, all that NNPC can do, which I think within technology, is that they can actually detect. But after detection, you must deter. In other words, you can sit here in Abuja, your control room here, and actually see that they are stealing in Nembe. Good. So what do you do after that? You have to go to another agency that can deter them. As we saw as we saw today, which means you escalate the problem to the appropriate authority, and that is being done. So there's need more for better synergy between the security agencies and the NNPC. And of course, once that is done, deterring and responding go hand in hand, because it's when you respond that you can stop it, and of course automatically after that will be recovery. And we've been told today how much recovery is going on, and even in my own address I told you the number of illegal refineries that have been destroyed, the quantity of crude that has been confiscated, the quantity of PMS, diesel, and also even the crude mining equipment. So I think we're on the right path, because the more effective the security is, the better our recovery. So I think I will also advise Mr. President to encourage and help also the armed forces to be able to respond faster.